I'm Ann Sorvino. I'm a graduate of the Juilliard School. I'm a dancer, I'm an educator, and I'm a choreographer. Transcendance was born last summer. My son, who is a filmmaker at the School of Visual Arts, and I went out into, it's a brook that runs in the back of our property, and we created a film called Flowing Through. The score is written by Greg Snediger. It's a cello suite. The piece is based on samadhi, which is a Buddhist idea of a meditative state where you feel that you are one with your environment. So we danced through the brook in different locations and tried to find that feeling of being one with nature. So my son and I scouted out a couple of different locations in the brook, and when we went to the final edit, he used the three major locations in the brook. There's a part where it's much more shallow, and then it gets deeper and deeper until you reach the waterfall. We filmed on a hot August weekend, so that was a nice kind of weather to be back there. And then he also tried to capture different times of nature, and he actually sat out in the field for about 2 hours to wait for that deer that came through. And you know, deer have a certain pattern. They always kind of go through parts of the back at the same time. So he waited for about 2 hours and expected the deer to appear one way, and it kind of appeared behind his shoulder. But so he really dove into the project and sat there for 2 hours waiting for a deer. So that was his own meditation in motion. So once the film was completed, we wanted to make an evening length work. So I contacted a group of fabulous dancers, and they were all interested in diving into the project. And they really were instrumental in helping to create the movement that you see in the entire piece. Once the movement was finished, I contacted again my dear friend Greg Snediger and asked if his ensemble, called the Pioneer Consort, would be interested in diving into this project as well. We got together for the very first time at the Northampton Center for the Arts on the day of the performance. We had the score on CD that we'd been rehearsing with, but the very first time that we worked with the live musicians was the rehearsal before the performance that evening. The piece has a lot of weight sharing, and it's between genders, whether it's females lifting or males lifting. Oh, actually, there's only one male that's dancing with us. But we try to do a lot of weight sharing and partnerships that are expressive of the ideas of particularly attachment, and then also cause and effect, as well as emptiness. Emptiness. The idea of emptiness in Buddhism is more of a positive concept, where kind of in our culture, emptiness is seen as something we need to fill up, where in Buddhism, emptiness is preferable, that it's something that you want to aspire to. The piece is still in transition, and it might always be evolving in some form or fashion. We are rehearsing again, and we are adding these 2 new sections and tweaking what we have already. We'll be performing July 18th and 19th in New York City, and hoping that it all goes well. I heard really nice things from the audience, and we're now going to take this piece to New York City, where here in New England it's very nurturing, you know, kind of supportive environment for artists. I think particularly in Northampton, there's so much support for artists and so many people that live here that you know, are artists and really want to encourage new work. So, but moving to New York City will be a whole new thing, but the musicians are coming and the dancers are all ready, and I've heard a lot of good feedback. We're going to tweak some things, change some things around, add some new sections to make it a little bit more lengthy, but we're hoping for the best.